Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a trying new makeup. We're doing a fairly light look for spring, I feel like. We have new products to test out, but overall we're not going to be testing out as much, I feel like, in this video, just because I'm making it a lighter look. So we're going to start off with the eyes, and I do have a few new products for this. I got a package from Lottie London, and I did a whole video on their products a few ones back, and I fell in love with this formula, and they sent a new color. This is the Lottie London Color Cloud, and this is a really beautiful brown shade. So I thought, let's put this all over the lid and blend it out. Super simple look, but I fell in love with the last color. You have to go check out that video because I was so shocked by how much I love the products from Lottie London. It was the first time ever trying them. I have used this formula before. I know I love it. The color is called Love and Cocoa. Just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. The previous color was super smooth and even, so I'm hoping this is the same. I often do just brown on my lid for a super simple look, and this is the exact sort of color that I would use for that. A little bit goes a very long way. Perfect one and done eyeshadow color, and it blends out super easily. So I do have a new eyeliner today. I just buffed it out really long, and we're gonna clean it up with just some makeup remover. Now that we have the shape, I also got a new highlighter from Lottie London, and I love these on the eyes, so I figured I'm gonna test out this shade. Dupe for the Fenty Diamond Balm. If you want a really affordable dupe, you can get Lottie London at Walmart. So I'm just putting a little bit on my finger. Look at that reflect. We're just going to place it on the eye. These are too glittery for my face, but on the eyes, it gives the perfect reflect. They're so pretty, and I knew I was gonna be in love with the color golden. I've been really into golden bronze looks lately, and I just feel like this is going to be perfect for the spring and summer for me. And then Urban Decay sent over their new 24/7 inks, and look at the design of this. It's supposed to be ergonomic, so you can hold it right here. It feels nice in the hand, and it's in the shade 0. You're supposed to shake this really well. Glides on really nicely, nice and black. I do feel like due to the length of this, if you have to get really up close to a mirror, it might not be the best design because it is really long. I don't have an issue with a hand mirror like this because it can go out to the side, but it is nice and black, nice fine tip on it, and it is drying matte, which is my preference. Goes on top of glitter easily. So far, so good. So if it's 24/7, be a really nice long wearing eyeliner. If you typically rest your hand on a table, I feel like this grip makes it really easy to hold and keep it still. I don't have a new mascara to try, but I've been really loving the Lash and Roll from e.l.f. I'm just gonna quickly coat my lashes with this, and then we're gonna move on to falsies. And then for lashes, I've used this line before on my channel, but this is a different style. These are the Velour Effortless lashes, and this is in the style Understated. They are so pretty, and I thought would be really nice for just an easy look like this. I don't even think I need to cut these lashes. Very rare thing. Oh yeah, it says no trim on it. Before I apply glue on my lashes, I always like to place them on my eye first just to make sure the fit is good. Those are definitely gonna fit nice and natural. I always find those are some of the easiest lashes to put on, or the effortless ones. Just because I don't have to trim them, they literally fit my eye shape perfectly. So now we're going to move on to the skin before we finish off the eyes. This is actually my first time using this product, which is surprising because I've had this to test out for a while, and it's from Drunk Elephant. I keep seeing people apply their sunshine drops to this moisturizer, and I just wanted to test it out as a new moisturizer and base for my makeup. And I need a moisturizer prior to the foundation I'm going to show you. It kind of works out perfectly for something to deeply moisturize the skin. This is the Drunk Elephant Proteini Polypeptide Cream. It's supposed to strengthen and moisturize with 9 signal peptides and Pygmy Water Lily. I'm going to pump it up in the packaging here, and then just put a dot of my sunshine drops, because if you can't already tell, I did self-tan and I didn't do my face. So we are looking very off right now. So I did want to apply a little bit, and this is kind of the perfect thing to mix the product because it seals off, it won't get inside. It's just a nice little mixing section. Also, the Skin Fix one would work because it has the similar packaging to this. However, I just changed out my refill on that one, and I can't get it back to pumping. So I don't know what I did wrong. If I broke the packaging by opening it. If you have any tips on how to get that seal back working after you open it up for a refill, please let me know. Because I need all the help I can get. And then because I do want something for my pores, I'm going to use the Kelly Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer just on the center of my face. I was going to say center of my skin, but that doesn't make any sense. Moisturizer feels really nice. It is slightly heavy, just very nourishing. So I'm going to see how my foundation goes on top. I need a good hydration though underneath this. I've been testing this out. This is from Bosma Beauty and this went viral on TikTok. This is a stick foundation. It looks really, really small, almost like a concealer. I don't know, just very tiny, but I did pick out the shade in 021, which is an olive undertone. It looked like it would best match me. It might be a little bit light, but for most days, this has been working for me. I just happened to self-tan, and for some reason, I went super, super tan last night. I don't know why sometimes that happens. I guess my skin was probably really dry. I'm going to add this to the skin. And the one thing that I can say about this foundation, it is the most buildable stick foundation I've personally ever used. Has a good wear to it. It glides on the skin. I do need to be moisturized for a stick to blend on as easily as it does. You can get customizable coverage. This is the lightest coverage of a stick foundation that I own in my collection. However, it does build. So I do feel like I use a lot of product to get it to the coverage that I want, which is the only downside for me. But if you're looking for something light coverage in a stick, I feel like you'd really, really like this. It's good for daily wear. Great undertones. I love that they do the foundation from darkest having a number 1 to lightest being the highest number. It's just something different that you don't see from a brand, because most brands always do the lightest as the lowest number. It's just those little things to make them different. The packaging is stunning. So I'm just going to show you a light layer of this on the skin. We'll do one side at a time. But you can see the color match and undertone for me is pretty much spot on. It is a phenomenal color for me. Just a little bit light right now, but with that undertone being spot on, it doesn't matter because I can bronze up my skin. So this I would classify as a sheer to light coverage, but you can see how it just evens out the skin compared to this side. I mean, it does a good job if you're looking for something sheer to light. I'm going to build this up, even out the skin, do both sides, and just show you how I like the coverage. And that being said, I need to use quite a bit. So here's the foundation built up. It's more on the natural radiant side. It's definitely not a matte foundation on my skin whatsoever. And it takes a little bit to build up on my skin. I don't think it looks the best on my texture. It looks very natural on my skin. That being said, I do have texture, so it's not doing anything to mask my texture, I guess. Some foundations can look a little bit more perfecting, but that's probably just due to how naturally radiant this looks like on my skin. But it does look like my skin, very lightweight. I do think it is small, but I'm going to actually go and check out some cost comparison later with the grams in this compared to other stick foundations. Just out of curiosity, I want to check it out. Now I have 2 contour bronzing products. So we're going to start off with the new shade from Nude Sticks. This is the Bondi Belle. They did have Bondi Bay before, and that is a little bit more warm than this one. I wanted to test this out. I'm just going to use my foundation brush that I've been using. I always love to use my foundation brush to do any sort of cream bronzing or blush. Just makes it blend in a whole lot easier. Color is beautiful on this. Love the color. Huge fan of the Nude Sticks formula too. I don't even know if I want to use that Tower 28. It's the second time that I've put it aside, but maybe I'll just do a little bit to contour the back portions of my face. It's like the perfect natural bronze on my skin. I love the natural shadow that I gave the face. We're going to kick it up a notch with the Tower 28. I don't want to put this off again. This is the Sculptino in the shade Hammer. They picked out this color for me and sent me this shade, so hopefully it's a good match. Oh yeah. Deeper, adding a little bit more definition to the skin. I didn't care for the bronzers in this because it had this shimmer to it and it just didn't go on my skin very well. However, this I do like. It has just enough of that gray tone, bordering almost purplish, but it's not quite there. I think it has enough red in it that it's not pulling too purple. You can tell that chiseled out my cheekbones just a little bit more. Formula is going on nicely, not lifting. Everything is going on really, really nice, but I do need to set my face with powder just because the foundation, as I said, on my texture, you can just really see it. I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I just feel like the texture will go good with this foundation. For powder, we don't have anything new, so I'm just going to apply my Huda Beauty in Pound Cake. This is just going to set and smooth everything out. There will be a big difference after the powder stage. Then for blush today, I'm gonna use one of the new Rare Beauty blushes in the shade Worth. Really love Virtue too. I just wanted to go pink today. I'm actually gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand first. Go in with that foundation brush, press it into the bristles, and then apply it on. I did a whole dedicated video on the 2 new shades from Rare Beauty if you want to go check it out. Just wanted to use one of the new shades for this video. Been really liking it. I feel like they haven't got as much hype since the lip oils came out, which I have some thoughts on. Those lip oils, just you wait. Please stay tuned for the lips. How pretty is that color though? I put it on very sheer. I didn't build it up too much, but it gives a good amount of glow, goes on top of a set face, and the color is just so perfect for every day. And then I also have a new product from LH Cosmetics. They sent me a bunch of stuff and I wanted to use this out today. This is the Shaping Light in Warm Glow. You can use this to mix in with your foundation as a primer, highlight on top of the skin, whatever you want to use a liquid highlight for. I love that LH Cosmetics is kind of like a choose your own adventure type of brand. So you really get to have fun and play around with the products. I'm just doing a little bit on my finger. Just testing it out first, make sure there's no lifting. Gives a really nice dewy glow to the skin. Keeping the eye still light, I'm just going to run whatever is left on my brush. This is pigmented, so I don't want to add more product, just to give a little bit of shadow underneath the eyes. And that is just enough for me. Using the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, just applying a little bit to my lower lashes. Now for the lips. I'm already laughing at this. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of lip liner first because I need to. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Liner in the shade Love Trap. Recently got this from Sephora. Quite similar to my natural lip color. Just want to give my mouth some definition. I ended up picking up one of the new Rare Beauty tinted lip oils in the shade Hope. I figured that would probably be the most popular shade considering their blush in Hope is super trendy right now. I bought this on launch day and I have been using this color since to test it out, and I have thoughts on this. So I'm going to apply it first just to show you, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about it. It's a pretty color, right? Good amount of shine. Feels really good on the lips. However, this I wouldn't classify as a lip oil. It is so deceiving because you see swatches of these and people show them how they apply right away and you see, oh, shiny, beautiful oil, glossy, like yes, sign me up. Give this 30 minutes and the shininess completely goes away, and this is like a stain. It is so weird to be called a lip oil in my opinion because this acts more like a stain, at least on my lips. And I was talking to Steph and she had the exact same opinion. We both just felt the same way about these. I don't feel like it matches the description. I don't like the formula. I don't like how dry these end up being, and they're supposed to be an oil, so you think they'd be a little bit conditioning, but it's definitely not. The color range is limited to me. I wasn't really drawn to any color specifically. This was my favorite of the bunch, but again, this isn't a color I would still typically wear. But color aside, the formula just doesn't live up to par. I would not pick this up for a tinted lip oil. They look super pigmented, which this color can be, but that pigment more so goes down to a stain and that oil goes away, which is what I wanted from all those promo pictures of the juicy, juicy looking lips. It completely goes away. Give it 30 minutes. It's going to be completely gone. I had to give my thoughts on that. I know it's probably going to disappoint a lot of people, but it's one of those products that I would completely pass on, and I don't normally have this intensive feelings towards products, but this one was a complete no for me, and I just would not recommend it. Huge fan of Rare Beauty. If you like the product, I'm happy for you. I do not care for it. I don't want a drying lip stain on my lips. It shrinks up my lips. Doesn't give me that beautiful juicy look that I wanted. I just don't like it. don't recommend. To complete this super simple look, I'm going to be using the Benefit the Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Spray. I haven't given this enough chance. I had a sample. It's supposed to be good for pores too. Figured let's test this out today. I'm gonna let my face dry, hop off camera, get dressed, do my hair, come back, and we will finish off this video. Just got dressed, finished my hair, and I wanted to share with you how the lip looks after about 30 minutes. So that's how long it took me to get everything done. And this, you can see the shine has mostly gone away. It still has a little bit of dew to it, but it looks like a lip stain. It's even clinging in the dry spots. It really dries out my lips, makes them look smaller, which typically stains do for me. They don't do my lips any favors. If you have notoriously dry lips, liney lips, aging lips, like myself, it's just not something that I think is very flattering or wears well. I was expecting so much more from a lip oil because typically I love oils. They work out so nicely for me. They give me that hydration, plumpness, but this does the exact opposite, and I don't understand how this is marketed not as a stain. It should be marketed as a stain because that is how it wears on the lips. That's where the tint is coming in, and it's just not for me. It's very unflattering, and I would say pass. I talked about everything else at length during the video, so I'm not going to go over them at the end of the video because I feel like that's fairly redundant for this video. I mainly just wanted to show you the wear of that lip product, how it's clinging, how it turns into more of a stain than a lip oil, and just overall, I would pass on that completely. Sometimes for these trying new makeups, these things happen. I do tend to like to come on camera and show amazing products, but you know what? There's some things that just don't work out, and that is one of them. So some good, some bad in this video, a lot to check out, some to avoid, and I think it's an all-around really good video to kind of see what's good, what's not, how it performs on my skin, some of the new products, my thoughts on, and just everything that's out there right now that I feel is worth your money or not. Another thing to note about the lip oil, it does have a slight cooling sensation to it. I've personally noticed. It almost feels like a shrinking sensation on my lips. I don't know how to explain it. It's just one of those products that really took me off guard and was a complete fail. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me, for wanting to know my opinion on these new products. I hope trying them out on camera helps you decide whether these are things you want to pick up or not. Maybe you are looking for a stain that has a slight bit of gloss to it, and you might actually like this and like how it looks. I just feel on my lips specifically it's very unflattering and I would pass. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.